What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about why it's very important to have a diversified portfolio of products available for your customers. So just under probably about 30 minutes ago, I got a package from Japan. It got here pretty quick time. I think I ordered it on Friday and it's here on Monday morning. And I wanted to kind of go through it with you guys and show you kind of the range of products, the range of cards, the range of eras that I have. I think it's just so important to have as many different eras as possible available for your customers. Some people love vintage, some people love the latest sets, some people love, the stuff that's in between, the diamond, the pearl, the platinum, the black and white, even XY eras, everything from the very beginning to where we are now. And that is what I'm going to be talking about. So I'm going to be showcasing you guys the newest products all the way to the oldest products. So the vintage cards will be at the end, and the newer stuff will be at the beginning. So we're going to start off with Shiny Star V because, as you guys know, that is the latest set in Japan. It's the hottest set, not just in Japan, but in the UK, the USA, Australia. I think this set is more popular than Vivid Voltage. I think it's a better set. You're hunting for shinies, and rather than just, Vivid Voltage is all about really one type of card, and that's a Pikachu card. This set has so many varieties of card. I guess Vivid Voltage also has the amazing rares, but Shiny Star V does have, I think, better amazing rares. All right, so let's go through it. We're gonna start off with the newest card, which is the Crobat VMAX card. So I got plenty of these. I'm going to show it to you without the sleeve because in Japan, the store I buy them from, my supplier store, they have these barcodes so they can easily scan in and out and keep track of the inventory and stuff. And it's often covering the face of the card. So this card here is pretty difficult to get, mainly because you cannot get it. You cannot get it inside the Shiny Star V boxes. You can only get these cards from the Crobat VMAX box, and those released on Christmas Day. I'm going to be getting some in myself, but a very, very limited number because they're very heavy boxes, so shipping is expensive, and also, these are pretty expensive themselves. I love the pattern on this. As you can see, it has like a swirl effect, if you can see that on there. Hope it's capturing it on the camera. But yeah, these cards are difficult to get just because they're essentially promos, although they don't have the promo symbol down here. You can only get them in the promo boxes. So these are the newest of the new. So it's like even after these are like, it's the 28th today. These were released 3 days ago, basically, in Japan. So I'm really stoked about getting those. I actually got 4 of them, but one I kept for myself because, I am a collector. I want to, basically this business funds my own collecting. So usually when I buy a stack or things in bulk, I keep one for myself. And that's the great thing about buying things in bulk is, you can spread the cost over many cards, so you can take one for yourself, basically. So there's the VMAX Crobats, and we also have the gorgeous VMAX Ditto, one of my favorite Shiny Star V Pokemon. I was so stoked when this came out. I think this and the Lapras kind of made me, the happiest because I didn't care too much about the Charizard. We've had the VMAX, normal VMAX, we've had the hyper rare VMAX. Of course they were going to print a shiny VMAX as well as the exact same artwork. So it's just cool. I think it's cooler to have like the newer cards. So a really cool Ditto VMAX. I'll be putting all the prices, of course, in the bottom hand corner because I can't remember them off the top of my head. So I only got 2 Dittos, and then the 2 more. Here are the Dragapults. So these are kind of expensive. These are new cards. The VMAXs are all really, really expensive. So this is the Dragapult here. Only 2 of them available. And then the rest were Rillaboom. These are not as expensive because these are pretty easy to pull, I think. I pulled one actually myself, so I didn't need to steal one for my own collection. So yeah, those were all the VMAX cards I got from Shiny Star V. But of course, I did get some amazing rares, and I did get some regular shinies. I didn't get any of the, just the regular VMAX cards. So here's a couple of the baby shinies. We got a gorgeous Toxel. The reason I got this one was just because, Toxel is a really kind of a popular baby Pokemon. And I also got a Raboot shiny. I wanted to get the Score Bunny one, but and Cinderace too, but they were way more expensive than the middle evolution. Kind of like Charmander and Charizard and Charmeleon in Hidden Fates. Charmander was really expensive, Charizard was really expensive, Charmeleon was really not that expensive. And then we go into this massive stack here. I got, I think, something like, how many Yveltals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Yveltals, and I think like 15 Kyogres. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 Kyogres. Yeah, these are really, really popular, and I sell them pretty cheap as well. These cards are just not really that hard to pull because there's one in each Shiny Star V box. But the Kyogre is incredible. That's why I bought so many of them. And if you guys don't know, if you're starting a store or something, as you guys have seen so far, everything I have shown you has been in a quantity of more than one, so at least 2 cards. And it's so important for that, for you to do that, because I think it's better to buy things in bulk. It's usually cheaper, and it's also usually better for your customers. If I only have one Kyogre, for example, and 15 people want it, I'm letting down 14 people. Whereas if I have, this stack of 12 cards, I'm only letting down 3 people. And at the beginning, I was getting these higher end cards like Charizards and CD promo Blastoises, and they would sell really, really quickly, but then, I'd be getting messages days later saying, do you still have that, or do you have that? And I'd be letting down so many people. You want return customers, and the best way to get return customers is by actually providing them the product. So I do my very best. I know, I only have 2 Dittos or 2 Dragapults or 2 Toxels, but at least it's 2. And then there's other products like this where I can get 12 of them or whatever. So I try to get the more common stuff just because I can please more people. And not to say that I'm a people pleaser, but as like a business person, as someone who tries to own a business and whatever, you want to be you want to help your customers. So next up is actually one of my favorite cards that I bought, and I was so happy that they had these in stock, and it is this right here. It is a Tyranitar EX. Now, I was not the biggest fan ever of these cards when they first came out, but this Tyranitar one is just so sweet. It's also first edition. I don't know if you can see that, because it's black and it like mixes in, but there's a first edition stamp right down here. So when I get these cards, they are graded from A to D by the shop themselves. A is like, well, you'd probably want to send it to PSA, and you'd probably get like a 9 or a 10. B is there's something visibly wrong with it, whether it's whitening on the back, whether it's a small scratch, but it's like still a good condition, probably like a 7 or an 8, and it can be put into binders really, really nicely. And then C is kind of lightly played, and D is kind of like it's a destroyed card, and you only want it to be put into a binder. So everything I've bought, I think, is a B or an A. I try steer clear of the C's, just because I don't want any issues with anyone who buys them. So this is really cool. It's really cool because it has this in English. Our cards, the English cards, are in English, and then this bit is in Japanese. So yeah, really, really awesome. And I can show you the back. There's pretty much no flaws. I think these were actually A grade cards. I'll have to double check on my receipt that I got from my supplier, but yeah. And I got these as well. These are also from the XY era. I love Entei, and I think this is not a holographic or anything. It's just like I think, is it a common card? Can't really see, can't really tell, but I think it's from XY base set, and I just think it's a really cool kind of like non-holographic full art card. I got 3 of them. They were pretty cheap, just to kind of trial. I often trial cards. Some cards will make lots of returns, some cards will just be kind of like used as trials. Next, we have something from the Team Magma Sapphire, EX Sapphire and Ruby era, and this is a Groudon. Now, I think this one is actually a C-rated one, so as you can see, the edge here is a bit worn, and there's some scratching up here on the hollow, so these are kind of like binder-ish cards. This is not something you would get graded, but these cards are very difficult to get. The Team Magma Groudons are very, very difficult to get, so I thought I would get a couple of them. It's just really hard to find, Sapphire, Ruby era cards in mint condition, whether it's at a good store like I use, or whether it's in the secondary market, or whether it's here in the USA. It's just really difficult. One really popular card that I trialed not that long ago, and I only had 2 of them last time, I think I have 4 of them this time, is this gorgeous Lugia. These are B grade, I believe, so there's a little bit of edge wear, and there probably is like a slight hollow scratch on one of them, or some of them at least. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous card. Love this holographic. It's just so simple. But yeah, it's got the cool like galaxy foil stuff, so really happy about those. And now we can jump into kind of the vintage era. Now this is probably something you guys don't know much about, these cards here, and they're really difficult to get hold of. Really, really difficult. I was actually surprised that they had 2 of them, and they are these cards here. I'm just taking them out the sleeve so you can see. It is an energy, yes, an energy, but these energies are worth quite a decent amount. One of the most expensive energies. These are from the Legend series, and each energy had like a different featured Pokemon and a featured city. So if you remember from the Heart Gold Soul Silver series, this I can't remember what it's called, but this tower here is where you would find Ho-Oh for the first time. And of course, Ho-Oh is featured here. There are other ones. There are other cards with other Pokemon. I'm pretty sure there is an Espeon one, which is for the Psychic Energy. I can't remember the rest of them, but I really did look and try hard to find them, but all of them were D grade. I don't want to be selling any D grade. These are B grade. And quite honestly, you can't really see much. There's some indents and whatnot, but so cool. I got 2 of them. And then now we go into some of like the holographic stuff. So I'm trying to get them out. I'm going to take a big chunk of them so I don't have to keep going over here. So here's the first lot. Here is Koga's Ditto. This is a grade B. I got quite a few of them. And then we also got a Nidoqueen from Jungle, also grade B. Most of the vintage stuff that I got was grade B. Here is a Kangaskhan, also grade B. And then some Aerodactyls, also grade B. So I tend to get the grade B stuff because most of my customers buy to kind of like complete collections and whatnot, not to kind of sell, not to go and grade at PSA. Of course, you can grade these at PSA, but they would not ever come back a 10 or anything like that. So here we go. We got a couple more. We got Heracross, which was a grade A actually. So if you want to have a good look at a grade A, and look at this Heracross is amazing. This particular one, because it has a gorgeous swirl right above its head and is in pretty darn good condition. I think it would probably get a 9. There are some small scratching or whatever. When they say grade A, it means kind of like it's top tier. There's very minimal, when you take a quick look at it, there's nothing wrong with it, but under like a light or something, there might be some things wrong, but you'd probably get a decent grade from it. We got, I think, 3 Heracrosses. There we go. This one has like a weird messy swirl area, but this one here is gorgeous. I love that. And then we have some Ursaring. These were grade B. Got a couple of those. Now so last time I bought these, they were really sought after, mostly because they were in good condition, actually, because the scissors that I bought were definitely gradable, like 9 or 10, definitely. I actually got 2 Bs and 3 Cs. I basically bought everything they had. Scizor is just a really cool Pokemon, and I think, people just want. These are kind of hard, difficult cards to find, honestly, in good condition. So I got those in. And then I have some Porygon 2s, Porygon Zs. These are all in grade B. And then this is such a sweet Aerodactyl. I love these. So cool. These were graded Bs. And then the last remaining couple of cards were non-holographic. So these there's some holographics, but mostly non-holographics. These were really sought after. Last time I had them, I sold out of them within a day. Some Suicunes, and then we got some Ampharos here, graded Bs, and then we got some Lapras. Here we got quite a few of these Lapras and Aerodactyls, and then we got some VS series. I wanted to get some VS series in because these are really difficult to find, but I cannot afford to purchase any which are holographics. I could only get non-holographics, so I got a couple Abras and a couple Laprases. So I think I got close to 200 cards here. I think a couple of my orders were canceled because when I put in my order to my supplier, he has to like process it through the shop the next day, and sometimes people buy those cards by the time my order is actually fulfilled. So I think I did order close to 200, but maybe only about 150, 160 were actually fulfilled. But yeah, I've got a huge amount of stock now available in my store, which is really cool because hopefully it'll bring in a wider range of people, because not everyone wants the old stuff, not everyone wants the new stuff, so I try expand as much as I can. I think that's something you guys should do, as kind of like expand a little bit, look at different eras, different cards, different grades, all that kind of thing. But thank you so much for watching, and if you want any of this stuff, it will be available on my website by the time this video comes out. So thank you so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, let me know down below. I'd be more than happy to answer them. So thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I'll speak to you guys again soon. Thank you.